probably just help run fish. Maybe someone else down there helping him in case those stairs need to get moved, okay? You know what I mean? Yeah.
How's everyone doing? Oh, come on. How's everyone doing? It's not raining. Get excited. All right. We're about ready to get started. Wow, that was impressive. Who did that? Nicely done. We're about ready to get started. We got just a few minutes. We're waiting for them to start watching online. Our 3 o'clock, it looks like 5 minutes. So we got a few minutes here to thank you all for coming out. Hopefully you got by and stopped and checked out Toyota and all their great products. Everyone knew if you stop by and register with Toyota, you get a $5 gift card that you can use right inside the Bass Pro Shops today. So if you haven't done that, you need to get over there and do that. Of course, Carhartt right next door. If you're in the store and you bought $50 worth of Carhartt gear, you need to stop over and they will give you a Carhartt duffel bag free of charge to take home. Of course, we got Livingstone Lures, maker of those great crankbaits. They make also like jerk baits, all the hard baits, top waters, really, really cool stuff. And it also has very innovative technology in that it can actually call the fish up. So you need to, Ricky will be glad. I think you still got that clear bait over there. You can show the folks how that technology works. It's really, really cool. ARE truck caps here. Several of our pro anglers in the competition today running ARE. And if our top finishing ARE truck cap owner will receive a bonus of $500. We got Startron here, makers of great products. Certainly, everyone thinks of Starbright and cleaning their boats and, of course, their upholstery and things associated with the marine camping environment, your vehicles. But they also make fuel treatment systems that are so important with the ethanol and the gas. So Patrick and Sam are over there. They can talk to you about your needs and how you can take care of those concerns. And, of course, I want to thank the Bass Pro Shops. Give them a big round of applause and their staff for allowing us to utilize this space for the afternoon and get this great, great group of fans. I mean, I'm telling you, it's clear to me. We know, Alabama, you guys love football, right? You guys clearly love football, right? I mean, there's no doubt about that. But I want to hear, because we got some young men, and they're going to be looking for some of the craziest fans out there. I want to hear how much you guys, and let's give a big yell, how much you guys love bass fishing here in Prattville, Montgomery. Go on, guys. All right, look for them. Come on, you got to scream loud. Over here, oh, I see there's some crazy fans. Whoa, wait, right here. Oh. Of course, Bass. Oh, he's got one more. All right. Oh my gosh! Look at this little guy. Hey, you got to get this dude right here. Oh, give it to the little dude. I'll hook you up later if you stick around. Yeah, man, that guy. Holy cow. Yeah, my goodness, that kid can scream. Of course, Bass was headquarters in Montgomery for many, many years, most of its history, now up in Birmingham. So we certainly, Alabama, one of the favorites on our stops, on whether it be the Bassmaster Elite Series, certainly the Bass Pro Shops, Bassmaster Opens presented by Allstate, and of course our Bass Nation events many times in Alabama, along with our great high school. We had one of our most, if not our most successful high school event. How cool is that high schools are getting on board with bass fishing? It's even becoming a sanctioned sport in many, many states. Had one of our most successful events right up the road on Lake Martin, not earlier this year. So it's really exciting to be here, and it's super exciting to see this great, great crowd on a beautiful day here in Alabama. And we're about ready to get this weigh-in started. But before we do have some folks we got to thank. Of course, I mentioned earlier, Bass Pro Shop and their staff for everything they've done. Our presenting sponsor, Allstate, they have done a fantastic job jumping on board We're really excited to have them. They also have a program called the All-State Good Hands Great Day. Of course, everyone associates All-State with good hands, and they support bass fishing. Not only can they hook you up with boat insurance, but certainly vehicle and home insurance, but they also have the All-State Good Hands Great Day Award, and we're pleased to say we awarded that yesterday. Kazunori Akuma in the Pro Division, all the way from Japan. And this award is for the angler that makes the biggest jump from day one of the competition to day two. So it's really kind of cool because you could literally zero, and I've seen it on many events, angler zeros and then catches a big bag on day number 2. Kazunori jumped 96 spots from 121st place to 26, finishing well inside that top 40 money after the standings on day 2. In the co-angler division, Kenneth Moore, even more impressively, Kenneth jumped 125 spots. That's out of 182 anglers from 142nd to 17th. So give those anglers a big round of applause for that accomplishment. That is so cool. Of course, I want to thank Toyota. We mentioned them giving away their gift cards if you get over and register, and certainly fantastic product. We're getting ready to pull a lot of our equipment with Toyota Tundras all the way across this great country to the West Coast for our Bassmaster Elite Series West Coast Swing, and we have every bit of confidence that those Toyotas will get us there and back. Not only that, what's really cool is they support bass fishing with their contingency program, supporting anglers that do have needs and do buy Toyotas, with a $1,500 bonus to the top finishing Toyota angler, and we have 5 of them here in the field today on the Pro Division. The second highest finishing pro angler registered for the Toyota bonus bucks. That's important to remember if you're looking for a tow vehicle and fish bass competitions. You want to make sure to register for that bonus bucks program. Our second highest finishing pro, so that is going to get $1,000, meaning they're going to give $2,500 worth of bonus money, and we got 5 anglers that are all fighting for that piece of that pie. And what's even cooler is they saw a need on the co-angler divisions, understanding, they probably don't walk to the boat ramp. They're probably going to have to take a vehicle. So there's a $300 and a $150 bonus on the co-angler division. We also want to thank, of course, Berkeley Baits, and you can see a lot of their great products inside the Bass Pro Shops, and a lot of Elite Series pros that you see on ESPN2 jumping behind that great line of Havoc baits in particular. I want to thank Evan Williams Bourbon, of course, Triton Boats, and Mercury Outboard. A good time to mention that both our winning pro angler and our winning co-angler are going to get a brand new Triton boat powered by a Mercury Outboard. Really exciting boat motor package, and I've seen many of the co-anglers that win these boats actually get them upgraded in some cases, or claim them, and they end up fishing the Pro Division the following year, and that's cool to see them step up. Of course, I want to thank Skeeter Boats and Yamaha Outboards, as well as Humminbird Electronics and Minn-Kota Trolling Motors, as well as our friends with Nitro. Of course, you can't even see the Nitro boats. We got so many fans out here today. They're nice to lean up. I think the guy in the orange shirt's going to buy that one. He's like protecting it, like he's taking it home with him. No? I'm sure one of the Bass Pro Shop associates will be glad to talk to you about that. But yeah, great boat motor package, and they will gladly talk to any about the value they have there with Nitro. Of course, GoPro. How many folks out here have a GoPro? How many folks over 50 have a GoPro? Oh, well, I don't know if you're over 50, but it's all certainly the younger generation, and certainly anglers are really hooking themselves up with GoPros. Some of our pros run as many as 4, 5, 6 at a time, and they're able to put some very, very cool video packages together. Give all those sponsors a big round of applause. We can't do it without them. And we have some supporting sponsorships with Carhartt, and of course Livingstone Lures I mentioned earlier, Power Pole, that's of course the anchoring system for your boat. And I will tell you, if our winning angler is registered for the Power Pole Captain's Cash Program, they will win a bonus of $500. I want to thank Lowrance and Hook Gear, We've seen Hook Gear coming out in the last year or so, and they got some really cool apparel. I want to thank Rigid Industries. If you're not familiar with what Rigid Industries does, they're essentially lighting systems for boats and vehicles. Really cool stuff, especially for anglers and those that work in low light nighttime conditions. Our anglers are often launching this week at 4 o'clock in the morning, and then not getting out off the water until well into the evening hours. Want to thank Dick Seebeck Tires as well as ARE, and I mentioned earlier if our highest finishing ARE owner will get a bonus of $500, and of course Shimano is a great product, but they also support our live release efforts, which is so important to get these fish. And these fish here will all be taken back to Cooter's Pond, released into the Alabama River, and we've had tremendous success this week, and we will continue that, I'm sure, here today. So give those supporting sponsors a round of applause. And those people are fantastic. They do so much at all our levels. But I really want you to blow it out right now, because these folks, and these are the folks, if you live here in the area, these are the folks you need to thank and you need to talk to. Put your hands together for the city of Prattville. They are our host community. And I think it's really important, because we haven't been here in a while, it's really important to write them and just tell them how much you enjoyed having Bass in town and how you'd like us to come back, and as well as thank them for the fantastic job they've done this week. So we got a lot of things that we're going to talk about as we go through. Certainly hear from the anglers about the baits they caught them on, maybe some great other stories. But before we do, like we always do with our Bass tournament weigh-ins, if we could ask you to please take a minute. Oh, speaking of Prattville, where you been? Come on up here. Who knows this guy? I'm going to let him say a few words. I was hoping you might make it. You probably had trouble parking. We got a great crowd here, don't we? Mayor Gillespie from the city of Prattville.
Thank you. Hey, don't go off too far now. You know, you guys have been great. Kelly Cook and her crew's been great. We're glad to see you guys here. I know the restaurateurs were glad that you guys here. The hotel, you know, you've taught Prattville a whole bunch, and I do have to apologize a little bit. You know, we're known as the Fountain City, and I just apologize it took us so long to turn the fountain off. But anyway, fortunately, it has dried out some. But you gave Kelly Cook and her crew a lot of hats, so I want to present you with a City of Prattville highlighter hat, and I hope you wear it whenever you're out and about. And look forward to seeing you guys back next year or whenever you can.
All right, what do you think? Does it work? Is it my look? What do you think, folks? All right, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you, Mayor Gillespie. It really has been a fantastic stay, and we do look forward to coming back. But as I was starting to say, before we get to the business of weighing in, we got some more important business to take care of, and that's to ask you to please rise and remove your caps. Of course, our flag is over the Bass Pro Shop so that we can pay tribute to our fighting soldiers and our first responders, and certainly our veterans, with the playing of the national anthem. Woo, that makes the hair on my neck stand up every time. Okay, everybody, you know that was really important and certainly deserved a big round of applause at the finish there. But I want you to also give this man a big round of applause. Come on up, Tommy Gamble from the Rumbling Waters Bass Club, because Mr. Tommy here has done all the heavy lifting this week. Man, I'll tell you what, these anglers caught a lot of fish on the Alabama River, and every single one that was weighed in, you put on and off that scale, meaning we had 2,000 pounds roughly each day. Okay, so that's 4,000 pounds. He lifted them onto the scales. He lifted them off the scales. My math says you lifted 8,000 pounds over the last 2 days.
Yeah, it was exhausting, particularly for old folks. But we enjoyed every minute of it, and it looked like everybody else did too.
And you had a fantastic group of volunteers. Give the volunteers a big round of applause, because without their efforts, it would make my job and my staff jobs much more difficult. But you've done a fantastic job, you and your group, taking care of these fish, which is critical, and we encourage all of our anglers to do so. And I just want to thank you on behalf of Bass.
Oh, thank you for letting us do this.
Okay, here's the $1 million question. Do you have 24 more bags of fish in you, Tommy?
Yeah, not 25, but I got 24.
All right, he can handle 24. Okay, I think we're about ready to get this party started. You folks ready to get started? Come on, how about over here? You guys seem a little weak. Yeah, we ready? What do you think? Luke Clausen, you ready to get this thing started? Come on up, roll on up here. Our first pro angler coming on up is Luke Clausen, all the way from Washington. He's a Bassmaster Classic champ. He fished alongside Chris Moody from Brooks, Georgia. We're gonna ask Chris to come on up, get his fish. Chris will come up first. We'll ask Luke, you mind sitting tight for a minute? All right, Chris is going to come on up here. How we doing, my friend? All right, Mr. Tommy. Come on, you said you got 24 more in you. All right, how'd it go for you today?
It went really good today. Luke's an awesome guy to fish with. I had a really good time, learned a lot. Just a gentleman, class act.
All right, you're looking for 1 pound and 2 ounces to take over lead. He has 2 fish. Of course, our co-angler limit is 3 fish. These fish are very much alive. You've done a fantastic. Did they fight this hard when you were catching them?
Yes, sir.
What'd you catch them on?
Caught the big one on a crankbait and a jig on the small one.
There it is, a new leader in the co-angler division, 5 pounds and 6 ounces. Put your hands together for Chris Moody. Said he's got a couple fish in there. He's got one real nice one. Yeah, hold that one up. Gosh, that's strong. Yeah. Oh. So tell us about your week.
It started off wet. It rained.
It was. What do you mean to start? He said started off wet. I think about 80% of it was wet.
It was wet. It rained a lot. First day I struggled a little bit. 2 fish for 4 pounds. Second day did really good with 10 pounds, 7 ounces. That put me back in it. So caught them on a chatterbait and flipping, and then today a crankbait and a jig. So good time. You guys put on a great tournament. Great place to fish. Good place to hang out. Really enjoyed being here.
And we loved having you. Thank you, Chris. Right now, hey, where are you going?
Where am I going? I don't know.
You're going right here.
Oh, good.
He's going into the co-angler hot seat and see how this thing shakes out. And when he's settling down, we're going to have from Otis Orchards, Washington, Mr. Luke Clausen bag up his fish and come on up. Ooh, big old spotted bass. Show the folks. That is a... Oh, wait, I've been corrected. Luke, you know that is not... Do you guys know that's not a spotted bass? Did everyone know that's not a spotted bass? It is... This is the honest to God truth. That is not a Coosa River spot. It's not a spotted bass. Gene Gillian, you know Gene, right? Our conservation director.
Yeah, I know him.
He corrected me last night after 2 days. He said, Chris, this is small, but I want you to know that it's not a spotted bass that these anglers are holding up. It is an Alabama bass. They changed the name. Did you guys know that? They changed that name officially about a year ago to the Alabama bass.
That's news to me. I don't really care what kind they are. I just like to catch them.
Do you like to catch 17 pounds worth of them?
I do. Today was a fun day. This is an awesome river.
17 pounds and 8 ounces. Luke Clausen moves into the lead. Go ahead and hold a couple of those up, and then we're going to talk to you about the day. No. Nicely done. Those are canoe paddles right there. That'll work.
Yeah, that'll work, man. This is a fun place. I love fishing here. These Coosa River spots, there's no bass that fights any...
Sorry, Alabama bass.
Yeah, whatever they are, they fight harder than any bass out there. It's just a blast. This whole week I've spent doing what I really like to do, and that's been I've thrown a shaky head. I've thrown a 4-inch Z-Man finesse worm, 6-pound gamma line, a mega bass, a Rochi XX shaky head rod, and trying to target areas these fish are spawning. There's still a lot of spotted bass that are left spawning, and that's what I've been targeting this week and just had a blast.
So really just that one bait, not really mixing it up much.
You know, I caught a couple on a mega bass, the new S crank, the square bill earlier in the week, but I've been trying to fish up in Bolden Canal mostly, and I can fish up there when they're not running current, but that doesn't seem to be very often right now. I caught almost all my fish in an hour today when they shut the current down a little bit. The rest of the time, the current's just smoking so hard, it comes up 6 or 8 feet, and it's just nearly impossible to fish. So then I go try to do other things and try to get my timing right to be there when I can catch them.
All right, great stuff. Thank you, Luke. Hey, my friend, don't go anywhere. You know the routine. Luke Clausen sitting down in the hot seat with 44 pounds and an ounce. Ah, man. All right, we're going to have him skate on down here. Come on down, Charlie Hartley, fishing alongside co-angler Steve Callens from Deatsville, Alabama. Any Steve Callens fans out there? All right, there they are. We're going to ask Steve to go ahead and come on up here. All right, Steve, you can do it. Bringing that Berkeley Trilene bag up here. He's got the 3-fish co-angler limit. They're all 12 inches long minimum. No late penalties, so you checked in on time, right?
Right.
Those things are all live, obviously, as Tommy Gamble struggles to wrap that bag.
Well, they that way.
They fight, don't they?
These spots, they lively. They still spots.
Favorite fish to catch?
Spots.
All right. You need 4-7 to take over the lead. He's got 3 fish. Oh, gonna fall a little shy with 3 pounds and 13 ounces. You want to get a photo?
Oh, sure.
All right, let's take a quick photo because Steve Callens is in second place right now. Going to cash him for sure a top 12 check and looking to hang in there and make some money. So tell us about your week and your experience here.
I've had 3 great days, had 3 great partners. This is the first open I've fished, and I'll probably fish another one.
I think you should come back. I enjoyed having you here.
I will.
All right, sounds good, Steve. Thank you, my friend. 3 fish that weigh 3 pounds, 13 ounces, 19.7. Going to have Steve in second place. Come on up, Charlie Hartley from Grove City, Ohio. You see him on the Bassmaster Elite Series on ESPN2 Saturday and Sunday mornings. Uh-oh, he's fishing around there for something big. Goodness, don't let it pull you in, Charlie. Alabama bass. Ooh, yeah, baby. Not going to be enough to take over a Bass Pro Shops big bass of the tournament in the pro division. That's a $750 bonus. Clint Davis, who we'll see later here, put a 6-pound and 14-ounce, 614 on day number 1 on the scales. It's not going to be that big, but, man, that is a solid, solid bite. I'm looking for 17.8, Charlie.
Not today, but, boy, I enjoy catching these fish, Chris. Every day I've had 20-plus bites, and I have troubles catching 5 of them. That's how frustrating these fish can be and how rewarding they can be at the same time.
Today's weight, 11 pounds, 13 ounces. Hold a couple up if you don't mind. Second place overall with 38.7, and then I want to hear a little bit of a breakdown of what's going on out there. Share with the folks. What a great crowd out here at the Bass Pro Shops in Prattville, Alabama. Golly, that's pushing 4 there in the left hand. okay, if I'm sitting out here in the audience or watching on Bassmaster.com, Charlie, and I wanted to do something out here on the Alabama River to catch some of these fish, what do I do?
One of the keys to these fish is current. You know, it took me a long time to learn. You do not avoid the current. These fish want to be in the hardest current where you think a fish couldn't survive, but that's where they feed and they're most active. I want to say one quick thing. I fished near one of the leaders, guy in third place, Clint Davis, and I have made a new friend and much respect for him. We rooted each other on for 3 days. He never once said, "Get away, I'm catching big ones." He'd say, "Come here, the big ones are biting." And that's the sportsmanship we have out there. This sport is so much fun when your competitors are rooting for you to land a big fish. That's one of the reasons I do this, is the quality of people that do it.
Absolutely, and you're one of the top notch. Thank you, Charlie. 38 pounds, 7 ounces, second place overall, 11-13 today. We'll send you off over here, Charlie. Yeah, I know you could probably ollie off this stage, but we're going to go ahead and have you walk this time. And our next angler, fishing in the pro division, come on up, David Perdue. He is from Wertz, Virginia, fishing alongside co-angler. Interesting, this only co-angler I think in the field today that actually qualified for a Bassmaster Classic earlier this year, Teb Jones from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. We're going to get Teb to come on up first.
Please get Russ here.
All right, Teb. Teb, this can't be true.
Yep, it is. Be careful. You might miss him.
All right. Well, Tommy said he had 24 bags in him today. You could lift them. I think this one is definitely not going to, hurt that chance.
No, it's not. I think I saw a spotted bass eat one that size earlier today.
Well, good news is that fish is not the smallest fish of the tournament. Weighs in at 13 ounces, Teb.
Thank you. It's great to come to the stage with a fish. That's the only bite I had today. It was really tough. You know, as a co-angler, you have to do so much in adapting. I did 3 different things in 3 different days and had great partners, had a great time, and now I get to sit and watch the rest of the weigh-in.
All right, and of course, get a nice paycheck when it's all over. Thank you, Teb. Great job. 15 pounds, 4 ounces, currently sitting in 4th place. Come on up from Wertz, Virginia, David Perdue. All right, come on up, David. Whoa, pretty good day, huh?
It was not bad. I couldn't get that limit today. I'd been fishing backwater all week, and
so there's only 3 in there. Yeah, I see that now. 3 quality bites.
2 decent bites and 1 little dink. My water got up that I'd been fishing, and it just destroyed it all the high water. So I went out and fished for spots today and caught a couple, and that was it.
Today's weight 8 pounds and 4 ounces. 8.4 going to give you 36.4 for the tournament. Hold one of those up. Show us one of those decent ones. He's going to end with a weight of 36 pounds and 4 ounces. He's currently sitting in 4th place. We start. Ooh, I heard someone. You got a good fan out there. I heard it. Yeah. Hey, David, I know a little bit tougher day, but start with 182 of, in my opinion, some may argue, 182 of the best bass anglers in the world. So many Elite Series pros. Obviously, other tour pros, local anglers. Right now, sitting in 4th place. Tremendous week for you.
Yeah, I'm real proud. It's my first time down here, but I love river fishing. I mean, there's nothing like it. And to come down here and do what I've done this week, it's been great.
All right. So what kind of bait you keying on?
I caught every single fish on 1 jig all week long.
Is that the only bait you threw, or did you just mix some others in but stuck with the jig as your primary go-to bait?
I practiced. I emptied my boat. I put 1,000 lures in the boat and take 1,000 out. And it got tough the first morning. I picked the jig up and went to work. And every fish I caught, and when I lost that jig today, I never caught another fish.
Uh-oh. Going to be loading up with some of those, aren't you?
Well, I make them, so I can't complain.
You got nobody to blame but yourself in this case, huh?
That's it. I got to say one thing. Thank my wife, Brenda. I hope she's home watching. Today's our anniversary. Happy anniversary.
Excellent. Happy anniversary. I'll tell you what, man. Take some of this check we're going to give you and take her out to dinner when you get home, okay?
I'll sure do it.
All right. Thank you, David. Appreciate you coming out. Oh, here we go. This young man coming on up right now. He qualified in 2014 to fish the 2015 Bassmaster Elite Series. He is a rookie this year. He fished the Bassmaster Classic via the College Series. Put your hands together for Jordan Lee. He fished alongside a co-angler from Winter Haven, Florida, Ronald Young. Ronald's had 14 pounds and 3 ounces after 2 days of competition. He has a couple fish. He's sitting in 12th place, Ronald, so you got nowhere to go but up. That's the good news. The bad news is you need 5 pounds and 14 ounces to take over the lead.
That's not going to happen.
Okay, but let's move you way up this leaderboard. Sitting in 12th right now. He's got 2 fish. Locking the scales, 2 pounds, 15 ounces, all the way up to 3rd. How's that sound?
I'll take it. It was a great day. I really enjoyed fishing with Jordan. I've loved this whole week. Practice was really nice. This lake is nice. This whole area is nice. You guys live in a good place. I want to say hi to my wife, Susan, back home, and my parents in Texas, and my whole family. I love you guys. This is only my second B.A.S.S. I feel pretty good about it.
I think you've done excellent. What do you say? Give him a big round of applause, Ronald Young. Good job. Thank you, Ronald. Final weight of 17 pounds and 2 ounces, 17.2 from Vinemount, Alabama. Come on up. Jordan Lee, one of the Lee brothers that qualified for the Bassmaster Elite Series. Of course, his brother Matt did as well. Jordan has had a very, very good day today. He needs to we'll wrap those up. All right, you need 15 pounds and 11 ounces. I think you got it.
I don't think so.
You think no, huh?
I think no. I'm thinking 14 maybe.
All right. He says close, but not quite enough. Looking for 15-11 to take over the lead. Luke Clausen, he's watching very, very closely. Very much alive. Lock it in. Ooh, 12-10. 12-10. Not quite going to be enough. Second place overall with 41 pounds and an ounce. And, man, you dodged a bullet in that, young man.
I like this. The longer I sit here, the more money I make.
This is the easiest way. Sitting in this chair is the easiest way in the world to make money, isn't it?
It is. You know, I'm not doing anything now. I work my tail off all week to catch a few fish. I just sit here and make more money. Here, ka-ching, every time somebody goes off the stage.
That's right. Oh,
yeah. He's got a good point right there. You work your tail off all week to catch a couple bass, and, hey, whatever, you know, that's good enough for me. It's been pretty tough out there. You know, the water's changed every day. It was up real high today, and I didn't really figure it out till a little bit later, and I caught a couple. But you know, I was pitching around a Strike King Rage Bug. It's a real subtle bait. It doesn't have, you know, just like a ton of action. But when the water's a little bit clear, which it was clear earlier in the week, and you know, they seem to like it. I caught most of my fish pitching that around. I did catch a couple of sight fishing this week, and also I got a new line out of from Solar Bat, my Signature Series sunglasses. I had them on this week, and sight fished a couple, and happy. I got to go out west Wednesday, so we'll see.
All right, well done this week, sitting in second place. Safe travels out west. Excellent job. 41 pounds and an ounce. Thank you, Jordan. Oh, we're getting down there now. Come on, Michael Neal coming on up out of Dayton, Tennessee. Solid stick, always up at the top of the leaderboard. Fishing alongside co-angler Larry Boboff. Larry's sitting in 11th place right now after 2 days. He had 14 pounds, 5 ounces. He has the 3-fish limit. He's got 14.5 after 2 days. How we doing, Chris?
I hope I'm doing the same thing that Luke's doing over there after this one.
All right, let's see what happens. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Needs to have 5 pounds, 12 ounces. He has a limit of fish. Larry, great week for you, my friend.
Very good week. I've enjoyed it. It's my first trip here to fish, and really wonderful.
Would you come back here to Prattville in the Alabama River again?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. All right. You got 512?
I don't think so.
4 pounds and 4 ounces, third place overall. What are you doing this week to catch all these fish, Larry?
Caught the first day, all the fish were caught on a frog, and the next 2 days, all of them were on a shaky head.
Okay, we certainly heard, we heard Luke actually talking about shaky head fishing and frog fishing. First I've heard of that. Well done.
All the fish on the first day were caught on a frog.
Largemouth?
All largemouth.
All right, great stuff. Thank you, Larry. 18 pounds and 9 ounces, third place overall as of right now. Come on up, Michael Neal from Dayton, Tennessee. Oh, do-do-do-do-do-do. Another limit of fish for Luke Clausen to watch come across the scales. Sitting in 12th place right now, nowhere to go but up, like we talked earlier with the other angler. 5 fish limit, you need 15.3.
Not quite, a little bit smaller today.
12 pounds and 2 ounces is going to move you into third place. Hold a couple of those up for me. Michael Neal from Dayton, Tennessee, with 41 pounds and 1 ounce is going to be in third place right now. Again, spotted bass. I'm going to say this. We saw some largemouths on day number 1. Oh, I'm sorry. Look like a spotted Alabama bass. Someone keeps correcting me there. We saw a lot of largemouths on day number 1. Not as many as we kind of moved through, but you did get one. Would you mixed it up a little bit?
Yeah, the first day I targeted largemouth for the first few hours. Had a 12-pound limit, but upgraded with some really good spots. And the second day I just went straight spotted bass fishing. Today tried to mix it up a little bit, but I think all the backwaters got hit pretty hard. I actually caught that one fishing 4 spots. So there's a ton of fish in this place. It's an awesome fishery, and hope we get to come back soon.
And that's that's kind of where I was going with that whole thing. Is I think 2 things happened. The water seemed to get a little more muddy, making those largemouths, like Jordan talked about, looking at spawning fish, and also I think those backwaters getting beat up day after day. Of course, a lot of anglers out in practice, finding those fish and hooking a few. Great week for you. Are you happy with this performance?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Of course, the big goal is to qualify for the elites. This was a great finish to get me closer to that goal. Go to Seminole and see what happens.
How do you feel about an event down there at Seminole? You got a lot of experience there?
I've never even seen the lake.
Never been there. Never even looked at it.
No, never even looked at it. But it's grass. Should fish a little bit like home or Gunnersville and try and get out there and catch them.
All right, sounds like a great plan. I'm going to give you a long time to go check it out, too, before we actually get there.
Yeah, I'll definitely put some time in. That'll be a big tournament for me. Nothing else going on in October, so go down there and get some warm weather and try and catch some fish.
Sounds like a great plan. Thank you, Michael. Great job. Appreciate you coming out. Great finish for you. 41 pounds, in and outs, third place overall. Oh, man, we got another angler rolling up that qualified for the Bassmaster Classic via our college series. That's 2 we've had here in our top 12. Put your hands together for Bret Pruett from Monroe, Louisiana. Bret fishing alongside our Livingstone Lure leader, Matthew Ollie from Crestview, Florida. Matthew sitting in 5th place right now. You need 4-6 to go into the lead. Trouble is, you only have 1 fish. It's got to be a giant.
It's not a giant, Chris.
You've had a fantastic week, and of course, I said a minute ago you're a Livingstone Lure leader, and I'm going to hook you up with a code so you can go on and order $150 worth of the great products.
Awesome.
I'm sorry, $250 worth of their products.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
All right, today's weight on that monster, 15 ounces.
I'd just like to say thanks to everybody and my friends and family back home and my little fishing buddy, B.A.S.S and O'Shea out in California. Had a good time fishing out here. Caught a bunch of fish this week. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We appreciate you coming out. Great job this week. 16 pounds, 10 ounces. Going to have you in 5th place as of right now. All right, Mr. Pruett, come on up here. We got some work to do. 29 pounds and 15 ounces. He needs 14-3 to take over the lead, and these aren't the 3 bites that are going to do it. But, man, you've had a fantastic weekend. You talked to me on the dock. Better news is you're not sick like you were last time.
Oh, yeah. You got days where you catch them and days where you don't catch them. But today I think the little girl on the bank with the bobby pole could have beat me. But but the water came up about 3 foot, and I was exclusively just catching largemouth, and it really hurt me bad. I don't know where they went to. Wasn't catching spots like the rest of these guys. Wish I would have had a backup plan, but it didn't happen. But God's good because 2 top 12s in a row. I can't complain about that.
Absolutely not. Tell us a little bit about the largemouth fishing technique that really carried you to today. I know today a struggle, but, to get up here in the top 12, 182 anglers, obviously you were on the right kind of fish. What kind of pattern were you running?
There was just little isolated things of grass, and it wasn't in about 1.5 feet of water, and I was throwing swim jigs, frogs, and buzz baits around it, and the fish didn't have nowhere else to go. They was kind of in there spawning and stuff, and that high water just moved them. I mean, I had the bites the first 2 days. I have 18, 20 pounds a day, but I'm glad that knowing losing them fish didn't cost me bad since I didn't catch them today, but like I said again, I got to thank my family and everybody from coming this far up to see me, and wonderful sponsors. Carhartt Gear kept me dry all week, and just thank you.
You mean you had rain gear on this week?
Oh yeah. You had to. I'm telling you, it was wet out there.
Absolutely. Thank you, Bret. Great job. Appreciate you coming out from Monroe, Louisiana. Right now with 32 pounds. Going to put him in 9th place. And our next pro angler rolling on up in that Toyota Tundra. Come on up, Drew Benton. Drew fishing alongside Jim Keith from Newberry, Florida. Couple of Floridians sharing the boat today. Of course, Drew eligible for that ARE truck cap bonus, $500. Yes, $500 if he's the highest finishing ARE truck cap owner. This is really interesting. This co-angler race was tight. Jim has a limit of fish. That's 3 fish, co-angler side. They need to weigh 5 pounds, 12 ounces, 512, and you may be taking home a brand new Triton boat powered by a Mercury outboard. It's going to happen?
I don't know. We'll see.
Going to be close, isn't it?
Yeah, it'd be close.
Looking for 512. They're settling down. 3 fish, 5 pounds, 1 ounce. 5-1 going to move Jim into 3rd place. 3rd place overall. And that's a kind of quality bite. Man, that fish, you know what? That fish was a little skinnier than a fish typical of that size. I mean, that fish had been kind of a little bit, not so tail light. That may have been the difference.
Look like me.
Yeah, opposite of me, too.
He eats like me, and he get a little bit bigger and weigh a little bit more and help out on things, wouldn't he?
Absolutely. What a great week for you. I mean, right now you're sitting at 3rd place, 19 pounds, 6 ounces. Thank you, Jim. Come on up from Panama City, Florida, Drew Benton. And this guy's been fishing incredibly hot lately, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's an amazing fisherman. I'm getting a little nervous looking at his bag right
now. I would too.
Yeah, I have good reason to be, don't I?
Absolutely, because he needs 12 pounds and 12 ounces. He's sitting in 12th place right now. A lot of 12s going on up here. 12-12 is what we're looking for. 5 fish, a limit for Drew Benton. 12 pounds, 14 ounces. 12-14. Hold a couple up. 44 pounds and 4 ounces. Drew Benton from Panama City, Florida, is going to take over the lead. He's trying to find. He's got so many, he can't figure out which one. There we go. Yeah, hold a couple of those up. Just go ahead and give them to him. All right. Yeah, you should just give All right, Drew, come on over here. Good job.
Yeah, thank you. It's been a really great week. You guys have a great fishery here. Really take care of it. When God made us Coosa River spotted bass, He thought about us, and it showed out this week. I have a lot of people to thank. Bagley, Bass Assassin, caught a lot of fish on Bagley crankbaits this week. A lot on a Bass Assassin finesse worm, caught a tap out on a shaky head. It just really worked out for me well this week. The first day I caught them all sight fishing, believe it or not, and this high water kind of threw a monkey wrench in those plans, but was able to get out there and catch a few spotted bass today to kind of salvage the day.
Well, great job. Tell us some of the techniques to catch those spotted bass.
Caught them all on a shaky head today. The spots did, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like, in talking to Luke, talking to you, and I think Charlie Hartley even mentioned it, you kind of can't go wrong getting yourself a jig head and a couple small finesse shaky head type worms and heading out there to the river.
Yeah, they're every current break right now when they're ripping it, they're trying to get out of it. Yeah.
All right, great stuff. Thank you, Drew. 44 pounds and 4 ounces. Unfortunately, we're going to have to say goodbye to Luke Clausen. Great week for you, though. And we'll have Drew settle on down. What do you think? Was it warm when you sat down?
Yeah, it's pretty warm.
Yeah, he's been sitting there for a while. It should be. Oh, man, another hot angler coming on up. Move on up. Brandon Mcmillan from Clewiston, Florida. I knew that was coming. Brandon, of course, from Clewiston, Florida. Noted for his expertise down there in Florida, in particular Lake Okeechobee, but showing he can get it done with the Alabama bass up here as well. Brandon fishing alongside Mark Bartosh from Clarksville, Tennessee. We're going to ask Mark to go ahead and get his bag and come on up here. We'll get some co-angler work done first. Mark sitting in 9th place. He needs to have 4 pounds and 15 ounces to take over the lead. Unfortunately, he's got just one fish, but it's a good one. Man, if you had number 2, this would really be interesting.
Yeah, it would. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
One fish. He needs 4 pounds and 15 ounces. 4 pounds even. Going to have you in 4th place. 4 seems to be your number. Let's hold this big fish. Hey, Mark. It doesn't work like that. Haven't you been watching the show? Let me guess. Mark didn't pay attention in school, did he? Nice fish. 4-pound Alabama bass right there. Yeah. All right. Tell me, Mark. Hey, look. Okay. Come on over here, man. See these folks here? They want to give you a big round of applause.
Thank you.
What'd you catch that big fish on?
Topwater.
Topwater. What kind? Walking bait? Popper?
Yep.
All right. Great stuff. Thank you. Mark's in a hurry to get off. 19 pounds and 2 ounces. Going to have you sitting in 4th place right now. Come on up, Brandon McMillan. Oh, that was a little weak. That was a little weak that time. Okay, take 2. Brandon McMillan. Much better, ladies. Brandon coming on up here, 31 pounds. Oh, my. Hello. 31 pounds and 11 ounces. He's got 5 fish. You need to have 12, 10, and that one was 4.5 of it or so, I think.
Yeah, I think so. That was a good one.
You like this place up here, huh?
I do. That might be my personal best spot.
All right. You want to get a weight on it when we're done with this bag?
Absolutely.
I think we should, too. All right. He's looking for 12 pounds and 10 ounces. They're settling down on the scales. 14 pounds and 12 ounces. Brandon McMillan from Clewiston, Florida. So get that big one out. Hold it up again for Mr. James Overstreet. And Crazy over here. Nicely done. We're going to put the smaller one in the bag there. I'm going to hand that off. Hold it up one more time. Do you guys get the photo? Oh, these folks need one. We're going to find out how much that bass weighs. 1412 is your total weight. 46.7. You took over the lead. Unfortunately, that great competitor Drew Benton off that hot seat. I'm thinking it's over 4 for sure. I'm pushing 5.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm terrible at judging these spots.
4 pounds and 11 ounces. 411.
Yeah, that was a good one.
You think?
Yeah, the believe it or not, at 1 o'clock today, I had 5 little spotted bass that probably went 4 or 5 pounds, and between 105 and 115, I caught everything that I had.
Okay, so that little window of opportunity that happened, was it something Mother Nature gave you, was it an individual spot? Do you think the current changed? What do you think?
It just changed. I kind of scrapped my game plan around noon, and a little earlier than that, when the sun popped out, and I went largemouth fishing, and I noticed that the back of the creek that I was in started to flow out, and I'm like, well, I better go back to the main river, and I pull up to a spot, and it was just lit up. I wish I'd had a few more minutes, but it was fun. I think this is a great place. The first time I've ever been here. The fans are great. The lake is awesome, and these river bass are tough. But I want to thank my family for coming up and supporting me. 12-hour drive. I want to thank my sponsors, Shimano, Zoom, G Loomis, Gamma Line. I mean, without you guys, I couldn't be here, and I'm just excited, man. I can't wait. I want to come back next year.
All right, we'll see if we can make that happen. Thank you, Brandon. 46 pounds, 7 ounces. We're going to have him take a hot seat and say goodbye to Drew Benton, who had a very, very successful event here this week. Another one of the Florida anglers coming on up. He is out of Jacksonville, Florida, and his name is J.P. Jeremy Prouty. Jeremy fishing alongside Jason Rice from North Carolina. We'll go ahead and ask Jason to come on up here. He needs 4 pounds and 13 ounces. Man, do you need a bottle of water?
That would be great.
All right, we can make that happen. Go ahead. I only drank about half of this one, so. Come on up, Jason. How about you? You need water? No, I'm good. You good? Yeah, you're kind of fresh right here, right? We'll see if maybe 2 or 3 more anglers if you need one.
Yeah, I'll probably need a defibrillator.
All right. How we doing, Jason?
Doing pretty good. It was a tough day out there.
It's great to have you here, though. Anytime you can fish on Saturday in a Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Open presented by Allstate, it's a good week for you.
It is. Chris, this is, out of the last 4 Southerns, this is the 3rd one I've made, and I'll tell you what, it never gets old.
And that is tough to do. Give this man a round of applause. A little tougher day today with 13 ounces, going to give you 16-1, but making that many top 12s with so many great anglers, that's really something to be proud of.
I appreciate it. I couldn't do it without the support of my family. They drove down from North Carolina today, and I appreciate that. Got a lot of my sponsor guys that helped me out quite a bit with Lures and Ducket rods and Motormate locking system. Those guys help me, keep on the water and have a good time and not have to worry about breaking down in the middle of practice and tournament days and all that. So it means a lot. So.
All right, what kind of baits were you throwing out there this week?
I don't even want to talk about it. I hate that.
Okay, see you later. Oh.
I hate that little worm they call a shaky head. I despise that thing. But
shaky head? You're holding it. I didn't know a shaky head was that big. They're like that big, aren't they?
I was trying to measure the fish that you catch on it.
Oh, okay. I got you now.
But yeah, I used a topwater bait yesterday. It really saved as a custom lure by Rapala that I do a little bit too. Really helped my bite at the last 20 minutes of the day. I was able to upgrade quite a bit, a couple pounds, and make it to the final day. So just different change out there with the water going up and down. You got to be able to change with the conditions, and that's what helped a lot. So.
You've done a fantastic job, Jason. Thank you. 16 pounds and an ounce for you, sitting in 8th place as of right now. J.P. Jeremy Prouty from Jacksonville, Florida. 31 pounds and 13 ounces after the first 2 days of competition. He does have a 5-fish limit. All right. He's bagging them up. He's got a good one there. Look at that. Hello, Mr. Alabama Bass. I decided to make everyone happy, I'm going to call it Spotted Bass one time and then Alabama Bass the next time. Then I'm covering everyone. Yeah, help him out there. What a gentleman. Thank you, Brandon.
I'm just that kind of guy.
Yeah, absolutely. Come on up here. A couple Floridians. I bet you guys fished against each other once or twice, huh?
Well, we fished with each other once or twice.
All right. Let's go ahead and see what we got. All right. Come on over here. Get up here. You need 14 14-11. You got it, JP?
I think I'm a little short. I lost the tank. Oh, maybe I got it.
15 pounds and 4 ounces. 15-4. All right, man. Don't sell yourself short, JP. Hold a couple of those up. A new leader. Ah, yeah. I think I saw you at Lake Toho when we were there in January, didn't I, JP?
Oh, yeah, I was there.
All right, because we do have to have our winner fish all 3 events in the series, and we started on Lake Toho, and actually every angler in the top 12, with the exception of our Livingstone Lure leader, Dustin Cannell, did fish at Lake Toho. So if Dustin does win, he won't qualify for the Classic. But if you do, assuming you can get yourself up to Bainbridge, Georgia, the Lake Seminole event, assuming I can find you there in October, if you were to hold on and win this event, little date in Grand Lake in the winter.
Well, I can tell you right now, I don't think I'm going to win it. I did lose 2 fish today that probably would have done it for me. I had one of the biggest spotted bass, I think, that swims in the world, except for in California. I've seen some big ones out there coming in from Skeet Reese and all them guys. But, yeah, I had one probably about 5 or 6 pounds, and then I lost another one today about 5 pounds. But other than that, all week long, I fished real clean. Those were the first 2 fish I lost in the whole tournament, and they made a big difference. I think the water coming up, it being a lot more dirty today, they just weren't getting the bait real good, and you know, you lose them sometimes.
All right, Florida guy, you're used to 65-pound braided line, 2 1/4 ounce flipping, weights with crawls on there. I'm guessing that's not what you were doing here.
Oh, no, I was flipping mats all day, all 3 days. No, I was fishing pretty deep, I think deeper than most of the guys were, and I was throwing a gambler bait. You know, pretty much everything I throw is gambler baits. I was throwing a gambler giggy head. I was throwing a Swebo worm on it, and I was throwing a bitters bait. I think they call it a Trek worm. Watermelon candy, watermelon different flake and stuff like that. Dyeing it with JJ's Magic. I really think that was the key. JJ's Magic has a scent to it. They can't handle it. I mean, when they get the worm, they had it real good. And I was throwing a jig. The jig is what I lost them 2 big ones on today, and they just weren't getting it real good.
Yeah, jigs, usually you think if you get a hook set on those, you usually get them in the boat, but every once in a while, unfortunately, today for you, it didn't lust you a couple big ones, but the good news is, have a seat, my friend, right there in the hot seat. Put your hands together for J.P. Prouty from Jacksonville, Florida, with 47 pounds and 1 ounce. He takes over the lead. All right, coming on up. Now we're getting down to the nitty-gritty right here. Come on up, Clint Davis from Montevallo, Alabama. Fishing alongside David Blanton. We're going to have David come on up first. The co-angler comes first. Don't try to jump ahead there, okay, Clint? He's sitting tight, big smile on his face. All right, Clint. All right, David Blanton coming on up here. He's got a couple fish. They need to be some good ones, though. Are they good ones?
Yep.
All right, I'm looking for 5 pounds and 9 ounces. 5'9".
Got it.
5'9". He said he's got it easy. Only 2 fish. Looking for 5'9". They're settling down on the scales. 5 pounds, 12 ounces. A new leader. Oh, man. Hold a couple of those up. With 20 pounds and 4 ounces, David Blanton from Wilmington, North Carolina, takes over the lead on the Bass Pro Shops, a Bassmaster Southern Open presented by Allstate here on the Alabama River in Prattville, Alabama. And that bite right there was the difference in this game. Go ahead and put them in there and tell me about catching that, in particular, that one big one there.
She came on a Magnum Zoom finesse worm.
Shaky head?
No, I had it rigged on an 1/8 ounce Texas rig.
All right, throwing it shallow, deep, halfway in between.
Fishing 10 to 12 foot of water.
What time did you catch that fish?
About 30 minutes before the end of the day.
So kind of some last-minute heroics for you. How about it? Put your hands together for David pulling it out the 11th hour.
Yep.
Some reason Chris isn't clapping over there.
I'd like to tell my family and my wife, thanks for supporting me, and I love y'all.
Excellent. Oh, man. Good job, David. Thank you, Chris. Man, long stay up here. All right. David settling on down. Oh, what's this? You know you're going somewhere already. Hey, come on, man. Don't spoil it for everyone. What do you tell the people the end of the movie before they go to it?
Well, no, the problem is and Shea Baker got it on camera, is I had a little slip earlier today where it was kind of man down syndrome. I slipped and I went on my butt, and the whole deck of my boat was real wet because, we had just a little bit of rain for the first 2 days. And so I'm soaked, and I'm trying not to get this too wet, so Clint doesn't end up with a wet butt, too.
All right, Clint. 32 pounds and 3 ounces. He's got himself a limit of fish. What? He needs to have 14 pounds and 15 ounces to take over the lead. He's got a good stout bag, for sure. We're going to go ahead, wrap those up. You got this thing, don't you?
I had honestly, I had the toughest day fishing that I've had all week, but, they were a little bit better quality. I put the better fish in the boat today.
Let's get a weight on them. Looking for 14, 15. They're rolling like a 55-gallon drum up here. Looking for 14, 15, 14.5. Oh, man. 14 pounds and 5 ounces. Going to fall a little short. Want to hold a couple of those up? Man, that was close, but no cigar. Really needed that kicker bite. Whew, I thought you had it.
Yeah, I honestly, I thought that was 16, but yesterday I thought I had 12 and had 14. So, I can't judge them. I cannot judge these spotted bass around here.
They are hard. I did notice, Jeremy had that one big one, and that really makes a difference. You just had a bunch of good, solid, 3-pounders.
Yeah, that's all I was catching. I got fortunate and caught, I guess, is it still the big bass of the week?
Absolutely. 6 pounds and 14 ounces. Clint Davis, Bass Pro Shops, Big Bass. We still got a couple left away, but I don't think we're going to see another one like that. That is a super, almost 7-pound fish. That could be worth $750. That's not a bad consolation prize.
No, not at all. I'll take it. I've had a blast this week. I live 35 minutes up the road, so I've been getting to stay at home every night and just going out, throwing a little Mr. Twister pocket shaker, catching them on a spinning rod every day. Just what I've done my whole life around here on these lakes.
All right, well, great stuff. 46 pounds, 8 ounces, second place overall. Tremendous week for you. Whew. This is where it does get interesting. Okay, we got a couple local guys taking us down to the wire. One guy the whole world of bass fishing knows. Another guy, young man, little less known, but I heard a solid stick here in central Alabama in particular. First, we're going to start with the veteran from Prattville, Alabama, Russ Lane, the Big Daddy. Fishing alongside Logan Latuso from Gonzales, Louisiana. Logan, a great stick as well. We're going to have Logan come on up here first with his bag of fish. Logan, your dad actually won a Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Open presented by Allstate on the co-angler side. Now he's fishing the pro division. Maybe you could do the same thing.
I'm going to keep on trying.
All right, he's got 3 fish. You need 512. 512.
I don't think so.
3 pounds and 10 ounces, 7th place overall with 18.3. Still an outstanding week for you.
Yeah, it was a good week. You know, caught 2 big ones, one each day. Today, no big bites, but I had a great day fishing with Russ. Fun day.
Did Russ catch him?
A little better than me.
All right, let's see what happens. 18 pounds, 3 ounces has you 7th place overall. Come on up, Russ Lane from Prattville, Alabama. Russ, of course, eligible for the Toyota Tundra money. Looks like you're sitting in 11th place right now. 5 fish. You need to have 13 pounds and an ounce to take over the lead.
Not going to do it.
Going to fall a little bit short, you feel. 9 pounds and 8 ounces. Going to have you sitting in the 6th place. Let's get a quick photo if you don't mind. If you got, yeah, give him a big round of applause, man. Sitting right now in 6th place, your local hero in the fishing world, Russ Lane. A little bit shy of what you were hoping for, but 182 anglers, 6th place overall. Very, very, very solid performance overall.
I appreciate it. It was a fun week. I got on kind of a unique deal, and it was kind of an iffy thing. The conditions had to stay right for it to work every day, but I was catching them on top water. They were about a foot deep the first 2 days, and this morning the water come up about 3 foot, and it just really scattered them out and made it tough. But it was a lot of fun. I wish this tournament was going to be on TV so y'all could see some of the blow-ups I was getting on top, but it was pretty awesome the first 2 days. But it's cool to be here, be at home in Prattville. I live right around the corner over there behind the Academy, and it's great to see all my friends and neighbors and family here. And man, Prattville's just an awesome place to live. There's no other place to be.
Absolutely, and a great angling community, and tremendous, football program. Prattville High. They're actually lived here for, I did live in Alabama for a year, and I looked around the area. B.A.S.S was based in Montgomery. I said, and this is honest God truth. I said I need to look for a good place to bring up. I had 2 young boys at the time. They're now grown, and one of them lives in Denver. And I said, you know what? I'm going to live in Prattville, Alabama, and I actually lived right here. And I got to tell you, it's one of the finest communities in the world.
Yeah, it is. It's awesome. I've been here, forever, and I ain't leaving. It's the best place to live. It's a good place to live for what I do too, because it's centrally located for a lot of the tournaments that we fish, and I just enjoy being here.
Yeah, there's a lot of pro anglers in the community that are moving to where you already live, and that's this Alabama, Central North Alabama area.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, great stuff. Thank you. 9 pounds 8 ounces for you. 43.9, sitting in 6th place. Big Daddy Russ Lane. All right, come on up. Our next angler, who was our Livingstone Lure leader. He is the last angler to weigh. He's a local product from just up the road in Clanton, Alabama. Put your hands together for Dustin Cannell. Fishing alongside Scott Bird. We're going to ask Scott to come on up here first. How we doing? We're doing all right?
I'm fine.
All right. How you feel about a brand new boat powered by a trading boat powered by a Mercury outboard?
Great.
Great. That works for you?
You sure does.
All right. Let's see if Mr. Scott Bird has something to say about this. He's got 2 fish. They need to go 14 pounds. I'm sorry. They need to go 5 pounds and 14 ounces. They're going to weigh in at 3 pounds and 3 ounces and have you in 8th place overall.
That'll work. It was a great day out there fishing with Dustin. We got a little bit late start, but the fish cooperated for him, and it was just a blessed day to be out here and fishing on day 3, and can't wait to do it at Seminole on the next stop.
All right, we look forward to seeing you. Thank you, Scott. Awesome job this week. 8th place out of 182 anglers, and that means we just made it official. Come on up, and everybody put their hands together for our co-angler champion, David Blanton. David finishes with 20 pounds and 4 ounces. You won, dude, by 4 ounces.
I don't know what to say. I'm speechless right now.
All right. Does that happen often?
No.
Okay, so we've officially, you all, with a little help from B.A.S.S, have made David speechless. Of course, I mentioned it just a few minutes ago. You got yourself a brand new Triton boat powered by a Mercury outboard. Okay, I don't know how long. I don't know you tremendously, David. you know, in your angling career, I'm sure you've won a few events.
Yes,
Is this one of your biggest wins?
the biggest.
The biggest win. Give him a round of applause. We love to hear that. David Blanton. Congratulations, my friend, and we'll have an award ceremony shortly after the weigh-in, and I'm going to give you a certificate for that brand new Triton boat powered by Mercury Outboard.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to ask you to step right down here. Dustin, leave the fish there. Close that live well. Close it down. Come on up here. We don't know. How we doing, Jeremy?
Not good.
You look, dude. You know, Prattville was so awesome. They said, we'll have medics on standby. And I said, you know, these guys are pretty safe. We won't need it. I'm starting to rethink that.
I mean, I kind of feel like anybody that ever fought Mike Tyson in like the 80s or the 90s. I mean, this dude's a stud here. He wins everything. And I don't know. It was a lot of fun. Can I just thank a couple of people?
Yeah, real quick.
I know we fished within sight of each other today, so I saw him catch a couple, and I just want to say thanks to Bass Cat Boats. You know, my new boat just gets me everywhere I got to go real fast, and it actually made a big difference this week. I got to a couple of spots before guys that wanted to get on them, Marty Robinson being one of them, and he let me fish it. You know, he stayed off of that spot and let me catch him, but my boat just beat him there. With that Mercury outboard, it just flies. The guys at Aquatech Marine got my electronics on my boat the day before I had to leave to come up here, my Lowrance. And without that, I literally would not have found the fish that I found. I got to also thank, there's a co-angler that fished this tournament, my buddy Tommy. He helped describe the things that I needed to do, and I just used my baits.
Okay, well, that's great. Let's let Dustin do a little work. He's about to die over here, I think. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good, man.
All right, I know. How many folks logged on to the Bassmaster News app, and that is available on your iPhones and Droids today? I see several hands go up. Seems like Dustin was catching them today out there.
I had a blessed day on the water, and my co-angler knows that. And I put my head down and, you know, try to do what I had to do, and I'm just blessed. That's all I can say.
All right. Well, I think it's time to get this thing done. What do you think?
I'm ready.
All right. I'm going to ask you to go ahead and go back there to the boat. He does have a limit of fish. He needs 10 pounds and 7 ounces. He does have a limit of fish. He's currently sitting in 10th place. He's pulling something out of there. Oh, my. Game changer.
Yeah, that's about sayonara time right there.
Hello, Big Mama.
Big Mama.
All right. So I'm going to have Dustin come on up. Go ahead and put that fish in that bag, if you don't mind, along with the other giant ones in there. Come on up here. Jeremy Prouty, he's got a 5-fish limit. Tommy Gamble doing a fantastic job. He needs 10 pounds and 7 ounces, 10-7. We're going to settle down at the scales, 18 pounds and 6 ounces. He blew it out of the water, and I'm not even sure that big one would have helped.
I mean, probably not.
All right. Man, 18 pounds and 6 ounces. Dustin Cannell from Clanton, Alabama, wins the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Open, presented by Allstate. Wow. What the heck? What a week, huh?
Man, you know, all I can say is I had a very blessed week. You know, I asked for rain. I got rain.
We're blaming you.
I can barely talk, dude.
All right, so you persevered through a lot of changing conditions that all of our anglers, water going up, water going down. It's been all over the place. Obviously, a ton of rain that's made those changes happen. You put 55 pounds, 1 ounce. You're going to hold a trophy in a minute. Not only that, you've won yourself a brand new Triton boat powered by a Mercury. Seems kind of ironic, doesn't it? As well as, what was it, like $7,700 worth of cash. You're going to get some bonus money as well. I mean, what does it get any better to be? How old a man are you?
I'm 24.
24 years old. My goodness, that's a lot.
Yeah, I put a lot of time into this, and I got a lot of people I want to thank.
But he can't quite do it yet, so we're going to have, if you don't mind, Eric Alford from Bass Pro Shops present Dustin Cannell with our trophy.
Hey, on behalf of Bass Pro Shops, and especially the team here in Prattville, Alabama, man, we are so proud of you. Congratulations.
All right, great job. Hold that thing high. Tommy Gamble, thank you, man. All the volunteers, fantastic job, guys. We appreciate it. Can't get it done without y'all. Thank you, my friend. Of course, all you folks coming out here are good friends with the city of Prattville and all of our great sponsors. Come on over here, man. You can set it down. Is it heavy?
No, it feels good.
It feels good? You got a spot for it?
I do. I have a brand new spot for it.
All right. So, a lot of things. You got to tell us what's going on out there. I've got people telling me a lot of things about how you're catching these fish, and I hear that you got a little deal with a swim bait that goes on. Was it that?
Yeah, this week it's been it's just been adversity all week long. It's been like the odds have been against me, and I don't know how I pulled through. I just did, and the water dirtied up, it rose, and I just adjusted, and I just made some good calls today, and I'm just blessed. That's all I can say. But I want to thank all the people that came here, my mom, everybody out here. This is it's just a awesome week for me.
It's been a wonderful week for you, and an even better week for all of my Bass staff and myself. Thank you, everyone, for coming out to the Bass Pro Shops here in Prattville, Alabama. Thank you, City of Prattville. Thank you, all of our great sponsors. Of course, Bass Pro Shops and Allstate, our presenting sponsor, as well as Toyota, Berkeley Baits, Evan Williams Bourbon, Triton Boats, and Mercury Outboards for awarding those 2 boats here today to both the pro and co-angler winner. Want to thank Skeeter Boats, Yamaha Outboards, Minn Kota Trolling Motors, Humminbird Electronics, Nitro Boats, and GoPro, as well as our great supporting sponsors, Carhartt, Livingstone Lures, Power Pole, Lowrance, Hook Gear, Rigid Industries, Dixie Tires, ARE Truck Caps, Shimano. Thank you, and mostly thank you, the fans, for coming out today, despite some questionable weather, but it held off for us. We appreciate y'all. We look forward to seeing you next time. We're in Prattville in Alabama.